Sometimes the best part of FM is finding those hidden Wonderkid gems that are just free to purchase. The club will literally just give them to you for no money whatsoever, and you just have to develop them. They need a lot of development to grow. Today is one of those days. He just has the attributes distributed perfectly. The best bargain on this game, in my opinion. We have plenty more of these Wonderkid spotlights coming up, including a brand new winter update fullback who is bagging so many assists. Not to mention on Friday we have probably my best ever video that I've ever done coming out, so you just need to be subscribed to see it, so make sure you press that button. Also, the link down and below in the description and at the end of the video is a link to the playlist of all of the Wonderkid spotlights we have done previously. Maybe you want to check out Haaland's cousin and see how he's getting on, seeing as everybody and their dog is talking about him right now. Also, the campaign of YouTube justice for Omega Luke is slowly working. We're slowly getting back into that YouTube algorithm, so keep the comments and the likes coming, you bloody legends. So this player, as you can see, can be picked up on a free transfer. No clauses whatsoever. You can approach the side, but you'll pay a compensation fee. If you just offer them zero money, they will just literally give you the player, which is quite baffling really when you consider that his potential range is up to 160. And again, we will see him at his maximum potential of 160 during this simulation. His attributes aren't game breaking right now, but the good thing is, viewers, yes, you will have to develop him, but he has those key hidden attributes, ambition and professionalism that are set, fixed at a high amount, which will help him get to his maximum potential. Consistency, however, and determination are random, so in my save they'll be different to yours. And the player name is Luca Reichel, we will never know. Someone will correct me whether I said it the right way or the wrong way. I'm going to call him Luca. So you know what happens right now. We now set his maximum potential of 160 as a fixed 160. We then go on holiday 3 seasons using a good tactic at the club he is at right now. Then we're going to move him on. 3 years at another club, 3 years at another club down the line, so 9 years in total. We're going to see how he progresses throughout his career, see how many goals he manages to bag, because he is a striker as well, viewers, and just see how his career plays out. So, 3 years down the line, 2023 is the year. Luca is scoring a lot of goals already. 43 goals this season. We have kept him, like I said, at Red Bull Salzburg. This is his progress already. The natural progression of this lad is unbelievable at the age of just 19. He is also valued at £24 million, so if you manage to pick him up on a free transfer, this is the player you have, even in the Austrian league, which is a good league, don't get me wrong, but valuations of players aren't exactly as good as what they would be if you stuck this player in the Bundesliga or in the Premier League. He would be higher valued because of the reputation of the league. And yet, look how good he is, and look how much he is worth. A Wonderkid media description, yes, resolute personality, that's fantastic. Great acceleration and pace, natural fitness, so he will last the majority of the games, even though he's a striker, so tends not to be too much of a problem. Composure though, of 17. Mix that with his decision makings of 15. Decent anticipation of 14 and off the ball of 13. High aggression. A lot of people love that high aggression attribute because it means you can play him as a pressing forward. He's going to be high pressing, aggressive player. He's going to win the ball back very high up the pitch for you. This is probably why he's scoring a lot of goals if you're using a gegenpress. But look at his technicals though. 17 dribbling, 15 finishing, 16 first touch and heading, 15 technique. He's a goal scorer, viewers. He just has everything you need to be a good goal scorer. And you can see from this page alone that the natural progression we have for this man without even touching his current ability yet is quite outstanding. A lot of falls there, and you can see on the graph just a really good natural growth across the 3 years, even though we have kept him in the Austrian league, which, like I mentioned before, it doesn't really have the best opposition, so it's good growth. It really is good growth. Now, goals-wise though, like I mentioned before, he is a striker, and we've seen that first season in the league, 16 goals in 32 games, 1 goal every 2 games is quite amazing really for a 16-year-old. Yes, he's playing for the best team, let's ignore that. The second season, he's really coming into his own. 23 goals in 32 appearances, 4 assists as well, and he's picking up a good average rating. And the final season that we have him here at Salzburg, 29 goals in 32 appearances, 6 assists, 5 player of the matches, 7.29 average rating. He scored 43 in 46 games this season. Now the tactic we are using, of course, is the Burning Hammer. It's one of our favourite tactics to use as a striker, and that is available to download in my Discord. The link is down in the description if you want it. Roll on another 3 years and we find ourselves in the year 2026, and Luca is in Portugal. We've moved into Porto, viewers. He is dominating the league here. We didn't really check Austria, doesn't matter. Now though, Luca, 67 goals. I mean, that's also amazing that Fabio Vera's got 48 assists. This is him set to his maximum, viewers. This is him set to 160. He's amazing. He is just amazing. Yes, there's a lot of gaps in his attributes, but there's gaps in the stuff that for a striker that you're picking up on a free transfer, you don't really need. He's very skimmed down to what you want. He is basically the Louis Montagnier of last season, I think, personally, because he has the same potential range. He is an elite striker, and he just has the attributes distributed perfectly for the striker role. Let's take a quick look at his physicals, because they are the best to look at here, I think, straight off the bat. Because we have that fantastic acceleration mixed with the 16 pace, 15 agility. That's fantastic because he has good dribbling as well. We know that. Natural fitness of 17, stamina of 15, strength of 15. We mentioned before that using a gegenpress, because this guy is very aggressive, it will mean that he's going to be running around a lot more than what he would be in other tactics. And if you are playing him as a pressing forward, you want to see a natural fitness and stamina above 15. This guy has that, even though he's a free transfer. Moving on to the mentals though, that composure of 18 looks very tasty. Anticipation now has grown to 15, as well as decision making. So he's always going to make great decisions. Off the ball is slightly lower than what we want it, but you're getting a free transfer. Everything else is fantastic. I'm happy with 14. If we move across to the technicals, 17 dribbling, 17 heading as well. Even though he's only 5'10", 17 heading is going to work out quite well. Corners, anything, crosses, fantastic. Back post headers is going to work out really well. 15 finishing, which we know 15 is one of those attributes which, if you have attributes in other places to score goals, you don't really need high finishing. I've proved that on my Youth to Gold, twitch.tv/MegaLukeGaming, by the way, where Rami Azar has 11 finishing and he scored like 20 goals in 11 games. So check that out, link down in the description. Going back to them, I also gave him some player traits this time round as well. Places shots, beats offside trap, runs with the ball often. 3 player traits which really complement his attributes and this style of play that we have. Now he is worth £34 million. How has he been doing at his time in Portugal? First season, bedded in, we bought him for £14 million off Salzburg, 28 goals in 31 games. Second season, 31, his highest tally so far in 34 games again, but with 9 assists this time round and 10 player of the matches, double figures for player of the matches. If you think that's quite amazing really, when you consider how many games are in the season and every single time there's 22 players on the pitch, he has won 1/3 of the man of the matches across the whole season. And the final season then, he's actually got more goals than games by quite some bit as well. 41 goals in 34 appearances. We have less assists and player of the matches, but still 41 goals. We've got to be happy with that. 67 across the whole season here makes for what is a very outstanding player. Now, competition-wise, I would not be surprised. They've won everything. Jesus Christ, they've won everything this season other than the Champions League, but we're not expecting Porto to win the Champions League at all, really. I mean, Liverpool, that's annoying. As a Manchester United fan, seeing Liverpool dominate that for 5 years and we win it in between, that's very frustrating for me. But Liga NOS, he's actually won it 2 out of the 3 years he's been there. Braga sneaking in to get a Liga NOS there. It's no surprises that he's also won some individual awards. He's picked up the FIFA Best Under 21 Men's Player, which is basically Under 21's Ballon d'Or, 3 seasons in a row since he's joined Porto. And finally then, we have moved him 2029 season, 3 years later, to Manchester United. And it does please me that Manchester United have won the league as a United fan, beaten out Liverpool, of course, who somehow dominated the Champions League for the last 10 years. But the main important thing, 69 goals, that's naughty, by Luca. 69 across the whole season. In fact, he also had the highest average rating. That's amazing. We're really happy with that. 9 seasons in and he's just doing absolute bits for Manchester United. He's only 25 years of age as well. We're 9 seasons in. Imagine if you picked this guy up and just used him throughout your whole long career. That's amazing. Right, so again, we know what he's like attribute-wise. We went over that previously. Let's take a look at his history then. So the first season, he's obviously had a bad injury. 18 games he has only played, but he still scored 26 goals. So, I mean, if he did play a full season, he would have been on for easily his highest tally, because that's only half the games. 38 games the next season, though, he played a full season, 34 goals, 8 assists, really good average rating, and this final season, a 48 goal tally in 32 appearances. He missed 6 games in the league. He had a broken leg, by the way, I checked. And he still scored 48 goals. That's amazing, which obviously tallied him to his naughty number of 69 for across the whole season. What a player, and he's a free transfer. I'll remind you again, viewers, he is a free transfer. It does not get any cheaper than that. I don't know if you know about money and currency, but when you don't have to give any money over and somebody supplies you with something, and you're getting this, which is remarkable. I've also just realised he scored 82 goals in 75 appearances for Austria. And we're not even controlling Austria. I mean, he's doing it without even supplying him in a good tactic. Speaking of tactic, we kept him on the burning hammer all throughout the 9 seasons. We just kept it on the burning hammer. Somebody will ask. Premier League, it was actually his first Premier League win, and obviously Manchester United are going to be very grateful for that because it's the first in a very long time. So thank you, Luca, for providing 48 goals in this season. But it was all a nearly season. Semi-final of the FA Cup, semi-final of the Champions League. Got to be disappointed with that. That's a shame. Has he ever won a Champions League? He hasn't. Porto, though, have won it, which, I mean, that's actually quite heartbreaking that he's left Porto, and now they've gone on. Luca made you what you are, Porto. Remember that. They won it on penalties as well. Just thought I'd check. It's not Jose Mourinho who's manager. It's Kuka, so someone might have said it. Now, I don't quite believe this, but he's actually won the Ballon d'Or. Now, this is for the season previously, if you remember rightly, how the Ballon d'Or works, because it gets granted at the end of the calendar year and not at the end of a season. So this season that he's had right now doesn't actually count. So it might mean that if we did continue the simulation on until December, he might have actually won 2 in a row. But the fact that he's won 1 and he's a free transfer makes him probably the best bargain on this game, in my opinion. Luca, and this one here, they're considering 57 goals in 58 appearances with 10 assists. But yeah, and then Guri, who we've also done a spotlight on, link again down in the description, and Franco Tonya, who we might do one in the future. So subscribe, you might see these come up. And that is another simulation in the bag. Luca for a free transfer. You can't argue with that. Up to 160 potential ability. If you manage to get a good one for a free transfer, just use him. Play him as an advanced forward, play him as a pressing forward, let him do what he does best. Give him game time, because game time matters in development, because he has everything behind the scenes which will help him be amazing. You did see previously at the very beginning he had bad physicals, but you've seen when he reached his potential range, those physicals were all green. They had fantastic physicals. They're the best part of his attribute pool, and that's where I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your day, viewers. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to comment down below for the YouTube algorithm, like the video, and of course subscribe for all these future videos coming out, and I will see you very soon on the next one. Join me on Twitch too, because why not?